Okay, guys, one more time. Can you listen?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Listening.
Okay, very nice to see you. I see most of you are connected. Welcome back, everybody. Good morning. We are going to start with accounting 2. Thanks for waiting. Well, it's very important that you keep this information with you. I know you have your book. In case you don't have it, I'm going to send this to your Edukai so you can download it and work on it. Or the link, you can check it in YouTube and watch it whenever you want. All right. Well, these are two words that probably you know very well, and they are profitability versus unprofitability, right? So one is green, it's positive, the other one is red, it's negative. So one is good, the other one is not good, obviously. So to start, here we have, it's a compound word, unprofitable. It comes from the word profit. So I'm going to ask you something. Profit is something positive or negative when we're talking about business?
Positive. Positive.
Very good. Profit is something positive. So it's what, when we start a business, what we want is money. So we want profits. That's the most important thing when we are talking about business, to make money or to make profits. The opposite, when you lose money, when your business is not going good, or it was not a good idea, or something happened that we didn't predict, like in this case, the pandemic, we can have the opposite, which is unprofits or unprofitability. All right? So this is the adjective. When a business is profitable, means it is positive, of course. And when the business is unprofitable, means it's not making money. That's it. So this is like the definition. Can anyone read this, please?
Money an organization has left after paying expenses and taxes.
Very good. There is an important word here, or important words. We have, let me mark this. Oops, not this one. Money an organization has left, we know this, has left after paying expenses and taxes. So do you remember what expenses are? Expenses?
For example, the cost that the organization have to pay, like services, or
Exactly.
the place that they are.
Exactly. So keep going, sorry. Thank you very much. So yes, expenses is when you pay money. You have responsibilities, you have duties. So you pay services like water service, electricity, all kind of expenses. Things that you use to run your business, right? So you pay expenses and also you pay taxes. What, don't tell me in Spanish because I know you know the meaning in Spanish, but how can you explain taxes?
Amount, a percentage of money that the government tells you to pay.
Exactly. Money that you pay to the government. And the government says, you have to pay this to me. Pay attention, the spelling is with E-S in the end because it's in plural. The singular is tax. You pay one tax or many taxes. All right, so taxes is the money that you pay, it's mandatory and you have to pay to the government. There is no way you say, no, I don't want to pay. Sorry, that doesn't work here. All right, so that's when we're talking about the meaning of profitability. Once you pay all the expenses and all the taxes, the money that you have left, that's your profit. If it's positive, of course, because if you're paying more expenses and more taxes, and then the result is negative, how you are going to call that?
Profit.
Exactly. It's going to be unprofits or unprofitability. Okay, let me send the document one more time. One student is asking, so there it is. And I can continue. So far, do you have any question? This is only the definitions. All right, guys. I like this because it says profitable growth is what matters in business. Okay, we're talking about businesses. We're talking about accounting. That's why I emphasize, because money is not everything in life. You know, that's not the most important thing in life. Most important thing in life is God, your family, and yourself. Money is like not that important. But because this class is about accounting and about money, I have to say this: profitable growth is what matters. So in green, we have like the basics, like what is the base of your business, where it starts. So let me see. Cristina, can you please read the green basis of this pyramid, please?
Yes, asset utilization, profit margin, sales growth, and margin change.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this is like the beginning of your profitable growth. Thank you. Cynthia, can you please read the yellow ones?
Yes, profitability and EPS growth.
Thank you. And finally, in red, Denise, please. It's kind of short.
Profitable growth.
Thank you very much. So once we have covered all of these, we start growing our business and profitable growth, right? Now, when talking about unprofitable, the opposite is when things are not good. Not good, okay? Your business is in a warning. Be careful, because you start losing money. So reading this, let me see. Domenica, can you please read the yellow section?
A company industry doesn't make a profit. Activity doesn't produce a good result.
Very good, thank you. Easy, right? It's just the opposite of profitable. So remember that profitable is the adjective. I can say my company is profitable, or my company is unprofitable. So in this, when you heard the word, oh, it's an unprofitable business, it's like it's a very bad business, not making money. All right. Now, in your books, you can read in the screen here with me, or you can check on your phones, or you can check in your books right there in your hands. We have these charts. We have chart A. I don't know which page because I cut it, but you can do it. Let me see if I find it.
64.
64? Thank you very much. You said 64?
Yep.
Thank you. You're right. Okay, so on the left, well, let's read the instructions first. We know what profitable and unprofitable products are, and then we have a supermarket. Let's say that it is Supermaxi, so we are connected with the meaning. So Supermaxi manager talks about the costs and prices for some of its products. We have product A, maybe cookies, product B, maybe meat, product C, maybe napkins, and product D, let's say they are toys. Oh, 64. Thank you, Ivana. All right. So now we have the cost, and pay attention. It says per unit, and it's in euros, not dollars, but euros. But that's okay. We are not talking about currency right now. So product A, the cost per unit, it's 10. The cost of product B is 15. C is 8, and D is 12. Now, let's talk about the price, the sale price, the sale price. So the price that is there with in the label when you go and buy. Let's talk about product A. It costs 10, and they sell the product on 12. What happened here? What does it say here? Emily.
We make a profit, the product is profitable or profit making.
Thank you very much. They are making profit. How much profit? Just curious.
$2. Well, 2 euros.
Very good. 2 euros, right? Because 12 is the selling and 10 is the cost. So 2 is the difference. That's a profitable product. Thank you very much. What happened in this next product, Ivana? Product B, it says cost 15 and sale price is 15. What happened?
We break even, we reach break-even point.
Exactly. So no profit, no unprofit. So they break even or reach the break-even point. How do you say, and here I'm going to ask you something in Spanish. How do you say break-even point? Punto de
Quiebra.
Could be, if you translate it, could be. In accounting, we say, or in economics, maybe if you talk to Miss Karina, in economics, we call it punto de equilibrio. Punto de equilibrio. You don't lose, you don't win. It's just the same. Which for the business is like okay, because you're not making, but you're not losing money either. All right. In product C, now we have a cost 8 and sale price 7. What happened there? Jose, what happened with product C?
¿Me puede repetir? Me dije que se le
Of
entrecortó.
course, honey. Product C, we have a cost of 8 and a sale price of 7. We lose, right? We lose money. How much are you losing? How much?
1.
Exactly. Can you please read this? We make
Product D is very profitable and we sell a lot of it. It is one of our money spinners or cash cows, product that have very good profitability.
we are in product C, Jose. We make a loss.
We make a loss, the product is loss making, but we use product C as a loss leader to attract people to the store. As we know, they will then also buy profitable products.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, here I'm going to stop for a while. I need to explain this because this is a strategy. Have you been watching my videos about strategies in entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have been watching those videos, you can understand very well this. This is something that the students in science are not going to see because they don't have accounting, but you do. So they say, we make a loss. Yes, not much. It's only €1. It's not much money. They are not losing too much. The product is loss making, but we use product C as a loss leader to attract people to the store. So that's a strategy. What kind of a strategy are they using? Just checking if you watch my videos. Can you identify what strategy?
The price.
Price strategy, very good. They're using price strategy. They're losing, and look at my fingers, losing money, but to attract people because they know that they are going to sell something else. So people come for something, but once they are in the store, they are going to buy something else and they are going to make profits on something else. So they lose one here, but they win two here. Or more here, we're going to see this. Mariuxi, can you help us with product D? What happens here when we have cost 12 and sale price 22?
Product D is very profitable and we sell a lot of it. It's one of our money spinners or cash
cows.
Is I cannot see.
Okay, so it's or cash cows, products that have very good profitability. There is an expression for this in Spanish, cash cows. Can you recognize the expression cash cows? There are two expressions in Spanish to say this. They are like slangs. We can say in Spanish, this product is mi vaca lechera or mi gallina de huevos de oro. Have you ever heard those expressions in Spanish?
Yes.
So when talking about businesses, I know they sound like weird because it's like, what? But they exist in businesses. When you have like a star product, like something that you sell really, really good, you call it like that in Spanish, but in English, you can call it, oh, this is my money spinner, or this is my cash cow. And remember that cash cow, you're going to listen a lot, cash cow. And even in the news, when they are talking about the markets, they say, oh, the cash cow products are coming down and things like that, right? Or the cash cows are selling really good, things like that. Cash cows, it's a really, even in Spanish, when you read books of economics or things like that, you are going to listen to that expression. You can even ask to one of your teachers in Spanish, and they probably know this expression. It's a very, very common expression. All right, so this is like the explanation about profitable and unprofitable. Here we have an exercise, but this is going to be your homework, okay? We are not going to do this now. As you can see, it's like a little bit longer. We don't have enough time to do it, but I already explained how to do it. Anyway, you can text me and ask me, don't worry. Basically, what you have to do is look at this information. It's about Backlab's product and answer the questions. Backlabs, it's the name of the company. Don't get scared by the name. It's just a different name. It's like a European name. So that's why it sounds like different, right? Look at this. Pay attention in the unit production cost. overheads per unit, selling price, and number of units sold per year. So you have to answer these questions. Which products make a profit? Chairs, stools, armchairs, coffee tables, dining tables, right? This is explanation about stools. It says chairs with 3 legs and no back. So these are the kind of chairs like you have maybe in the kitchen, or maybe when you go to a restaurant and you're sitting by the bartender, kind of high, like taburetes.
Yes.
Okay, or you can go to Google and type stools and go to image, and then you can see them. All right, so this is your homework. I'm going to send this a PowerPoint presentation so you can do this there. And now let's talk about the estimate budget. The most important word here is budget. What is a budget? Have you ever heard about budget rent a car?
Yes, the amount of money that you have for something.
Exactly, exactly. Like when you have some money and that's your budget for that. When you probably want to buy a cell phone and you're saving money, and probably you collect $200, and that's your budget for your cell phone. So you buy a cell phone up to $200 and no more than that. That's your budget. You don't have budget for something more expensive than that, right? So that's your budget, the money that you have for something. More than that, that's out of your budget. Less than that, that's great. So it's what you said. It's a quantitative plan for acquiring and using resources over an specified period. That's it. In businesses, an accounting period is considered a year, but it can be also, it depends also on the project. It can be a month, it can be a week, it depends on something, right? You understand that much better than me because you are accounting and you work with this every day. So that's mostly a budget. How much money you have for something over that period of time, all right? And now we have this other important word, expenditure. So what do you see in this GIF?
The money is less.
Money.
Money, right? Money, and someone is looking at the money. Probably he is not too happy. What's going on? What is happening with that money?
Living.
Is coming in or is going out?
Going out.
Out.
It's going out, right?
Both. I think it's both.
Well, it looks like those optical tricks, but it's money going out, or at least is how I look for it in Google. So yeah, it's money going out, right? And this guy is not too happy because his money is saying goodbye and money is leaving, because we're talking about expenditure. So what is expenditure according to this image?
The expense.
Exactly. Expenses, expenditure. Let's read this. Let me see, who hasn't read anything yet? Naomi, please read this, expenditure, definition.
Okay. Expenditure definition: the action of spending or using time, money, energy, etc.
Sentence.
Sentence: the expenditure of time and money on your house or garden.
Synonym.
Outgo, expending,
Consumption.
consumption.
And antonym?
Anthony, income.
Thank you very much, Naomi. Okay, guys, so expenditure is a noun, as you can see. It's a synonym like outgo, spending, or consumption. Like maybe you can say, the consumption of water in my house is a lot. Or we can say the expenditure of water in my house is a lot, right? So, but in this case, we're talking about money. The expenditure is a lot. So expenditure is something that goes out. All right, that's expenditure. So this is the company I was telling you about, Backlash, right? Here we have budgets and expenditure. We have the comparison of these two companies. Like all companies, North Sea, this is the company North Sea, and Backlash have to budget for, so to calculate the money, or plan their cost and have a budget. Look at the graph, this and this and this, comparing their planned budgets with their actual expenditure, right? So we have money here on the left, money, money here, money. And then we have the comparison between budget and actual expenditure in North Sea. According to the budget and actual expenditure in North Sea, here on the left, what happened? Did they spend more than the budget or they are in the budget?
More than the budget.
More than the budget. More than the budget.
More, right? So probably they are losing or earning money?
Losing.
Losing.
Losing, right? So it's profitable or unprofitable?
Unprofitable.
Profitable.
Sorry?
Unprofitable.
Unprofitable, right? Sounds like that. So in Backlash, it's the opposite, right? It's the opposite. And now they compare both of them, but how much they expend in advertising. Advertising is commercials like internet commercials or pop-ups or TV commercials, emailing, everything about advertising, right? And we can see that North Sea expend a lot of money in advertising while Backlash didn't. All right, so this is only charts to compare, right? Do you have any questions so far about this?
No, miss.
Well, and finally, to finish this unit, we're going to talk about economies of scale. And this is really easy and really interesting because basically, while we talk about this, does it happen to you that when you say, if you buy one bracelet, it's $10. One bracelet is $10, but 3 bracelets are $15. And you are like, why can you sell 3 for 15, right? But if I buy one, it's 10. That's economies of scale, because when you produce only one product, in this case, one bracelet, it's a lot more expensive than producing something a lot in mass, in line. That's economies of scale, production in line, production a lot of the same. Why is that? Because you don't waste on material, you don't waste on resources, you don't waste on people, you don't waste on time. But if I buy materials to make only one, I will have to buy the whole roll of elastic, the whole piece of stones, like lots of stones, and everything else is going to be a waste. But even if it's a waste, I have to count that in my cost production. So that's why if I produce only one, it's more expensive than producing 3 of them. And that's why when you buy only one, you pay a lot of money than buying lots of them. You got it? For your homework, I recommend you to watch this video. This video here. It's going to explain the difference between, not the difference, but the process in an economies of scale. It's a really beautiful video. You can watch it many times and understand much better. What happened there? You have, in economies of scale, you have efficient production, you have cheaper capital, logistic costs, promotion costs, and spread risk, because you're producing a lot of the same, so you don't have a waste. And your whole energy, your whole capital, logistics, everything is going to be focused on a mass production, producción en masa. That's why it's cheaper. All right. Do you have any questions so far about economies of scale?
No.
So what is cheaper, producing one product or producing a lot of products of the same?
A lot of them.
Those products.
Uh-huh. A lot of them. So here we have a reading. Ariana, can you please help me reading this?
Economies of scale and the learning curve. Ford is one of the biggest car companies in the world. It benefits from economies of scale. For example, the costs of developing a new car are enormous, but the company can spread them over a large number of cars produced and sold. In dealing with suppliers, it can obtain lower prices because it buys in such large quantities. The company also benefits from its experience curve or learning curve. As it produces more, it learns how to do things more and more quickly and efficiently. This brings down the cost of each thing produced, and the more they produce, the cheaper it gets.
Thank you very much. Let's suppose that Ford rents a place to produce cars. And for that place, it has to pay $10,000 a month. So producing one car or producing 100 cars, still will have to pay that rent. So of course, if they produce more cars, they sell more cars, so they will have more money to pay that rent. So they can spread or divide the rent for each car, and the cost production of each car is going to reduce. If they had only one car, they would have to put the cost of that rent, those $10,000 in that car. So that is going to be an extremely expensive car, right? It's not happening. It's just an example. Of course, it's not like that, because they already have like a huge system of production, right? Here, this is your homework too. Match the sentences from 1 to 3 with A, B, C. So the beginning and the ending, all right? So this is like logical answers. You read this and you connect. And oops, that's it. Do you have any question before we finish?
No.
No questions? Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Don't leave. I have to tell you something else.